With another user-submitted replay here from vdog. User goes by vdog, but if you want to check them out on Twitch, their Twitch username is Frankie Crisp, the other Frank. No relation to me, nothing chicken related at all on this user's channel. It's just Frankie Crisp. Anyway, so it's supposed to be a bit of a slugfest against the Celestial player, but we'll see what happens. Looks like we're going for that pocket natural first, and the dog coming on over to scout, and I think it tried to body block there, but didn't get there in time, unfortunately. But yeah, Celestial player is going for pretty plain Jane, boring stuff like the array first, going for a third. Yep, all pretty stock standard things. Barrick's getting constructed on the top of the ramp there, probably just to... This is a really big ramp, and it's very interesting in how big it is. For me, as an Infernal player, I've had a lot of success building sim cities, especially against armies that are very melee heavy focused. So if you build SimCity, how do I say this? The target priority is on units instead of buildings. So like being able to funnel in units and have like indirect fire shooting over your production structures or something is actually really strong. And if you have a Magmadon as an Infernal player, like in a really short choke point, and someone else starts like charging at you, say it's another Infernal player, all you have to do is activate your stomp, and then you don't go anywhere. It's kind of nice. Double Barracks going down. Habitat's going down. BK Lab, another Rax. Looks like we're going bio-heavy here from vdog. Meanwhile, what's getting under construction here from Chimichangas? Looks like it's just a creation chamber. We don't see much else. I like the hidden doggy right here. It'll be useful to maybe pop on over, do a quick little howl, and then pop back out. But let's see, do we have anything building yet? Nothing building yet from Chimichangas. Even though we're almost up to the 3-minute mark now. I'm surprised. Oh no, getting down into red power is so painful. Ethereum Purifier. Popping out another Prism, which is nice, but you know what's even nicer than that? Not being on red power. But it looks like Chimichangas has enough Luminite to throw down a couple extra power banks, so it shouldn't last long. There we go. Another Morph Core comes out, and what are they going to build? What are they going to build? We'll be back next time on Dragon Ball. No. If I say that out loud, you know, the copyright goblins will come after me. All right, so it looks like we're going pretty heavily into Lancers here. I wonder if this is just... I know the Lancers do bonus to structures, but I wonder if that's going to be a... If this is just setting... Okay, yeah, we do have Exos coming. But I don't think... Yeah, I haven't seen any upgrades yet. Alright, Lancers start moving on out. And... Okay, yeah, the Guardian Nexus is just about to finish, but that means that the Kree won't be out for a little while. But even then, Kree wrapping around the Lancers is probably what the Lancer wants. Yeah, Lancers being able to get... Having that weird, like, cone-ish AoE is... will be pretty beneficial when fighting against Kree, but we don't see any Kree being built yet. In fact, we don't see any army buildings built yet for our Celestial player here. Oh, okay, I take it back. We do have an Argent. Man, and I think vdog just doesn't realize how far ahead he is right now, or how much of an advantage he has. But we're about to find out. Strike node happens. 2 more creation chambers go down, putting Chimichangas into the red power. I like... See, now this is... I actually really like this. Yeah. Alright, strike node goes down. Oh, no. Yeah, run for your life. Run for your life. But, yeah, vdog focusing down the power banks. I think focusing down the power banks and keeping them on red power would be just so good. There we go. The Exos are doing exactly that. Another power bank goes down. Sovereign's Watch gets popped, eating up even more energy, but the Lancers can come back here and continue to do damage away from Sovereign's Watch. There we go. Going further into the red here. Oh no, it looks like a couple Exos are trying to trade against these Argents, and I think they would actually get the favorable trade there. No, that Exo's firing against the Arc Station, but it's just one more. There you go. Nicely done. Now, is everything building something? Argent, 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 Argent. Oh no, but you don't want these ones building. You want to like manually select these buildings so that it's so yeah. Oh no, but what's going on down here? Oh no, this is just more power banks and a couple more strike nodes. Another Sovereign's Watch gets popped, and vdog says, you know what? My Lancers are pretty tanky, but not tanky enough to want to just sit there and eat the Sovereign's Watch, so they don't. Oh no, a Prism. Prisms are expensive. For those of you that weren't aware. Taking out this Therium Purifier will be nice. It'll be nice to cripple the Therium income for the Celestial player, but taking out the Therium Purifier is also going to free up some power. Not that it matters. It looks like Chimichangas is already on green power. Ooh, but getting rid of the array is going to be a pretty big deal. And yeah, the Guardian Nexus. Okay, no, the Guardian Nexus was rebuilt. We might possibly see some Kree here in the future, but I do like this. You know what? The only thing that I would like to see, the only other thing I would like to see out of this is maybe some medtechs. Maybe some medtechs to keep these Lancers alive. Argents are wedging themselves in quite nicely in the Therium field there. And they're trying to maintain trying to keep fully charged, but I don't think that'll be a problem. Another Sovereign's Watch goes down. It's going to do all kinds of damage. Does manage to get that Exo. Man, that strike node's doing work. Another Exo goes down. Lancer goes down. Not bad, not bad. Decent defense, but this is starting to get everything really clumped up. And I don't think... Yeah, vdog just doesn't know that this thing's mining right now. He's going to come around here and scout, look for another array. Not going to find it. And that might give Chimichangas enough breathing room to actually have a bit of defense here for his base. Now, as much as I would like to say that it's going to be a hold, we already see vdog expanding out here to his third and even a fourth in a really interesting location. I'll have to ask vdog about this later, but the placement of this command post is pretty interesting. Like, normally you'd want it perpendicular to get that max efficiency, but it's not, so I'll have to ask him about that later on. Exo's getting underneath of the Arc Station. Pretty deadly. Oh no, so many rollout Kree coming on forward, crashing into these Exos, which are lightly armored. Means they're going to be taking that bonus damage. Alright, looks like Quick Draw Hustle was researched, but not kinetic redirection. Yeah, and the parade of infantry just continues to move forward here. Oh no! Yeah, the Lancer goes down. That Lancer's staying at the front line, but the Saber is going to cause pretty big Oh! Insta-snipe on the Saber. What a catch. Is that the only Starforge? I think it is. Yeah, I forgot to cancel it. Alright, more Kree. More Kree kind of like trying to threaten to roll out and move forward and get good connections on these Exos. And they... Well, one goes down. And again, this is just the slow, like, you know, if you want me to leave, it'll be over my cold, dead body, says Chimichangas. What a fun little game, though. Oh, no, it looks like the Exos are just one-shotting Kree now. That's a rough spot to be in, especially if you don't have a high unit count. And it's not as if the Sabers are going to be doing bonus damage with their weird little AoE later on. There we go. Lancer dies for free. You know what? I almost wouldn't hate... Oh, no! The Sabers are getting on top of the medtechs, actually, which is kind of nice, but is it going to be enough? No. This is 3 Argents, 2 Sabers, and a Seraphim. Seraphim's gone. Argents are all gone. Well, it's 2 Argents left, but we'll see. Blast Node's actually going to get great connections here. Whoa! These are really good connections from that Blast Node. Ay. Yeah, that Blast Node put in work, and the Strike Nodes are not doing too shabby either. Yeah, look at that. Just the static D from Chimichangas has managed to push back the what was an Exo Medtech ball, but now they're going to come down here and scout and see all these power banks. Fresh for the picking. Ay, ay, ay. Sovereign's Watch gets popped on a strike node. And is it going to be enough? We'll find out. Oh no, the Sabers are going to get way too close to the Exos, and it looks like it's just a lot of heavy armor units coming out for Chimichangas. That's the last of the Sabers, and it looks like it's going to be one last Argent over here. 2 more Link nodes drop, but are they going to get turned into strike nodes in time? It looks like the answer is no. But did we see another array go down here? We did. Okay. Man, the tenacity of Chimichangas, just hang in there and say, like, yep, I'm not going to quit. I know you can probably expand a million bajillion times behind all this, but I'm not going to quit. Sovereign's Watch running out. Now it's just up to these Lancers and Exos to just lean on the power banks. Yeah, that's the end of this array. Rinse and Pepsi. But do we have anything left that'll be able to, like, mount an effective defense back here on the high ground? For Chimichangas, the answer looks like it's going to be no. A bunch of Kree managed to sneak out, though. Oh, but are they going to sneak out somewhere they shouldn't be? I don't know. Actually, I like this. If they can catch all the reinforcements, that might be good. Again, the Blast Node and the Strike Nodes are trying to do what they can. The Kree... There we go. I like that. Yeah, draw your opponent's army away from you. And then kind of put them at a decision. It's like, okay, you can either chase the Kree and not attack the production, or you can attack the production and stuff, but the Kree will keep on harassing your reinforcements. Ah, they should have been anyway. Nice shots there from the blast nodes. Strike nodes, of course, continue to do more damage. These couple of Kree are just sitting there taking shots. Ay, ay, ay. Strike node and blast nodes. All the nodes doing great damage here. These Kree are indecisive about whether or not they want to fight. Man, that's a lot of creation chambers going down too. I would like to see them do a cheeky little run by. Oh man, it's the Arc Fortress too, going to cause some mischief up in the north. What do we see here from the Kree? There we go. The Kree are going to do a little bit of backdoor action, harass some of these workers, and yeah, hopefully, if he can do enough damage to vdog's economy, that might slow down the rate at which the reinforcements come in. And again, the blast node is just proving invaluable. Yeah, look at all this. Well, the Kree are getting a bunch of attacks off. I don't know if they're actually getting a lot of kills or not. Oh, what I would give for a worker kill counter. Again, the blast node doing fantastic work. Okay, but this looks like the flood of Exos that vdog would have needed to end the game. Another Sovereign Watch pops. Is he going to be able to... Is he going to be... Okay. Blast node goes down. All the static D goes down. All that's left now is the... Oh, but we see an Archangel popping out. Archangel, Meteor Smash! Meteor Smash! What are you doing? Oh, no. This looks so prime for a Meteor Smash, but it looks like he's going to fly away. But fly away where? To do what? Ay, ay, ay. Well, you can't say he doesn't have a single give-up bone in his body, does Chimichangas. Meanwhile, we see a couple of Kree here. We're trying to roll out against certain stuff. Alright, Archangel gives an Exo the old bonk. Let me see that 1-2 bonk. There we go. Another Exo bites of dust. But look at this. Look at how much eco vdog's built up. It was a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bases. But look over here. Chimichanga's like, hey man, I know you thought you squished me, but I've got a raise in places you can't even imagine. But it's just this this trickle of Kree that's ostensibly doing damage. It's doing air quotes damage, but I don't know that it's doing a whole lot here. So yeah, these Sabers will eventually clear out these buildings, but I don't think it's going to be anytime soon. Meanwhile, vdogs are going to come down here to the corner and find absolutely everything. Do we have enough Do we have enough energy on this Animancer to throw down Dark Prophecy? I don't even think we have it researched, to be honest. Oh no, it goes down. Yeah, there's nothing gonna be caught here. Alright, Chimichangas GG's out. His his sneaky ninja base was discovered, and that'll be it. vdog's gonna take it. Thank you so much for the submission, man. This was cool. Very and Chimichangas sticking with it. Alright, thanks guys. GG's.